Hey gamers, how you doing? It's me, your boy Mossboy2007. Just finished redoing this corner of the world over here. Check this out. 21w07a. This world has never looked any better. That's right, in this snapshot, everything is now going to generate as moss. Finally, the update we've all wanted. Okay, just kidding, not yet. Instead, there's a brand new stone type that is literally going to revolutionize building. It is beautiful. In today's Snapshot Showcase, we're going to showcase the Snapshot. If you enjoy it, smash like, subscribe. You could be the 10th subscriber of this channel. You never know. Thank you so much. Snapshot Showcase, Snapshot Showcase. Today, in this week's Snapshot, we have 3 big major changes, kind of, maybe 4. Brand new stone, Grimstone, awesome name, amazing looking textures. We'll check it out in a second. Ores are now going to look a little bit different. They'll look even more different soon. Redstone menu, it's been reorganized. And then finally, cave changes. Some changes have been made to ore generation and the caves that we saw in last week's snapshot. First things first, let's start where we left off last week. The new caves, they're amazing. I'm so excited about them. This week, the new caves have been changed a little bit more. Now, I went ahead and actually loaded this world up in last week's snapshot first so we can see the changes in this week's snapshot. Right off the bat, huge caves are going to be a little bit more rare, and the chance the caves will be filled with water has actually been decreased, even though all of these caves are filled with water. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, real quick, let's stop at this cave, because first, look at the size of this thing. It's huge, and it's amazing looking, but look all over the place. This is one of the other big new changes in this week's snapshot. New stone. The stone is called Grimstone. This was that stone that we saw in the Deep Dark teaser, so that hasn't been added yet, but check it out. The new stone, it looks so good. Now, this new stone will be found generating in the negative Y range in the overworld. So right now, we're at Y -5, and that's where it kind of starts. And then it kind of takes over as we get farther down. Now, right now, ores and other things are going to look a little weird down in this deeper area. That will be changed later. But that's not the only changes that have been made to this deep area. Granite and diorite and dirt will no longer generate below Y0. So I think right here, this granite chunk is basically the lowest possible granite chunk you could have. I'm assuming that this granite chunk started like right before Y0, so it's a solid chunk and it dips down a little bit. But if we go farther down, yeah, look at that. That starts below Y0, Y1 right there. So that's probably why that's hanging down. But if we were to start exploring farther down, we wouldn't find any granite or diorite. And that diorite part, oh, you already know how I feel about that one. Andesite though, that's still game. We'll be able to find that lower down. Okay, now you have to excuse me for the low quality of this chart. I can't get the high resolution one to load, but check this out. Ore generation or placement has been changed. First over here, Minecraft 1.16. That's what we're playing with right now outside of snapshots. These bars are where ores generate. So diamonds, they generate down low in your world. Coal, it generates everywhere. Gold, you know, that type of thing. That's the old generation. Now, zoom out a little bit and check this out. Minecraft 1.17, first iteration, not final. Yeah, so this is still being changed. It's not final or anything like that, but this is what we're looking at right now. Emeralds are going to generate like crazy high up, only in mountain biomes. That's what that little text right there says. So that change, it's still kind of the same, but it looks like they're going to be like crazy common, way more common than coal, high up. We can't test it quite yet because we don't have the new mountains though. Look at this. Iron also is going to generate high up in the new mountains, I'm assuming. That's probably what's going to be this high up. And then down here, under the ground. But iron is going to be most common. It looks like maybe at like, what is that? I can't tell you what that is exactly. Just in case you don't believe me, check this out. Click here for the high-res version. It just loads. It's been doing this for like 20 minutes. I waited. It doesn't work. But anyways, check this out. So this one right here is iron. This one right here is copper. So copper and iron are going to be found at about the same range. Coal over here, on the other hand, very common up high. Pretty common right here. And then it actually trickles out, so you won't be able to find very much of this stuff down low in your world. Gold, lapis, diamonds, redstone, that stuff will be found deep in your world. And actually, check this out right here. The diamonds actually start at about the same level. It looks like maybe a little bit lower, and then they get insanely common, or way more common, down low. In fact, it almost looks like, based off of the size of that thing, just as common as coal is up here, but down at the bottom of your world. In fact, here's some exact science right here. Check that out. That has a width of 0.306. That's nice. Okay, how about this one over here? This has a width of 0.222. So, yep, that's right. I have indeed confirmed it, gamers. Diamond is more common than coal. Now, this is definitely going to be something that I can't really comment on too much. I can't say my take on it because I haven't actually tested it like in survival, but it looks good. From the looks of things, this seems like it would probably be pretty balanced. It's going to be changed. Again, it's not final. But from the looks of things, briefly, it looks like it would make sense. I'll test it a little bit more in survival though when I have some more time, and then I'll get back to you on my take on it, if I think it's really good or if it's really bad. In this week's snapshot, there have actually been some changes made to strongholds. Strongholds should now be mostly encased in stone. So let's figure out if this one is actually going to follow that rule. Flip over into spectator mode, give it a minute, it's going to generate. It looks like this is going to be really deep in the world. We have Grimstone right in here, which actually looks really, really good in here. Yeah, down at -20. That's crazy. Now this one, let's see. It looks like this one is generating a whole lot better than the other ones that we saw. Oh yeah, for sure. Look at this. It's encased in stone right here. Definitely so much better. If you caught this video from last week, we found this absurd stronghold. It's just in the middle of these giant caves. It was actually in the thumbnail. Yeah, it was kind of weird. If I was caving and I found this thing right here, this flat area, definitely suspicious looking, but at least it's not like obviously exposed. I like that a whole lot more. These things should definitely stay hidden, and I feel like what they've done here this week is probably going to be the best way to keep these things hidden in those new gigantic caves. Let's see if this mineshaft has the mineshaft changes that have happened in this week's snapshot. In an earlier snapshot, mineshaft's got brand new log supports for parts that are over big ravines. Doesn't look like we have any over here, but look at this thing. It's deep down, so it's all Grimstone. This doesn't even look like Minecraft, like in a good way. This looks like really, really cool. Like, look at that. The vibe is so different. We have to talk about Grimstone. Okay, right here, this is what I'm talking about. This is a lot better. So sometimes these platforms will generate with oak logs going from the bottom of the platform all the way down to the ground to add a little bit of realism support. Now, there's another option. Chains, fences, and chains and stuff hanging from the ceiling. This is so cool. And again, with the Grimstone everywhere, this is like really evil looking. I love it. In fact, if we actually clear my effects, get rid of the night vision, look at this. Look at how evil this looks with the glow lichen and then the mineshaft up there. This is terrifying. I love it. It's amazing. Okay, we have to talk about it now. Grimstone. Grimstone is the block that you've been seeing all over the place down low in the world. Check this out. This is the whole Grimstone block set right now. It's crazy, and in my opinion, my take, it's missing one big piece too. We'll talk about that at the end. So, first up, we have Grimstone. This is Grimstone right here. This is the stuff that was generating all over the low part of the world. Again, you'll be able to find the stuff generating in the world below y=0. Take it to a stonecutter crafting table, and you'll be able to craft Grimstone stairs, Grimstone slabs, and Grimstone walls. Or you could polish the stuff up into polished Grimstone. The most futuristic looking block in the entire game. Look at this. This looks like some sort of space-based thing. It's so cool looking. That's a polished Grimstone right there. That's so cool. You craft it like all of the other polished things. 4 of the unpolished in a crafting grid, and you polish it. Polished Grimstone comes with polished Grimstone stairs, polished Grimstone slabs, and polished Grimstone walls. This stuff looks so futury. Like, this is crazy. I love the texture. I really hope this doesn't change. That's amazing. And the tone, too. It's like softer than Blackstone. That's perfect. Moving right along, though, we have Grimstone bricks. Grimstone bricks. Oh, Grimstone bricks. I'm going to see a lot of you in my future builds. This is going to be so good. Maybe I even like this more than normal stone bricks. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's really good. And it's not too dark, which means it's going to work with builds. The problem with Blackstone, see, initially I thought Blackstone was going to be amazing and used in like so many builds, but it is just so intense. It's so dark. This stuff, the new Grimstone brick, is nowhere near as intense and dark. That's definitely a good thing. Just like what we've seen so far, we have staircase slab and wall variants too. Tons of options here with this block set, but wait, there's one more, and maybe it's my favorite. This one right here, dramatic entrance for the brand new Grimstone tile block. Look at this. It's like the brick block, but all Grimstone. It's so cool looking and even more futury looking than this block right here. At least to me, like this, with this, that's like an entire spacecraft in the air vibe for sure. That's so cool. And modern too. Oh, it's so amazing. Like, seriously, with the last few updates, the devs have been absolutely on point. Look at this stuff. Look at it. It's amazing. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it so much. Like, the tiles, they're so cool looking. As a flooring, as a wall, as a everything, the whole world. This stuff, I mean, I wouldn't complain. And then finally, we have the chiseled version of this block, which looks terrifying. That sort of looks like the warden. I mean, it has eyes. The warden isn't going to have eyes, but look at it. It's so terrifying looking. It's like a ghost or something. That's awesome. Now, it is missing one thing. I hate to be that guy, but I have to say it. The cracked version of the bricks aren't in. I hope we get a cracked Grimstone brick variant. That would look really nice for detailing because, of course, we probably won't end up with a mossy one. So I hope we at least get cracked Grimstone bricks, but right now, that's actually not going to be a thing. None of those. Now, these blocks are a little bit mysterious in my opinion. I've been messing around with recipes for these things and I can't really figure it out. So we put that in there. We have the chiseled Grimstone, that's cool, and then the staircases. And then if we go over here, like I said, the polished version, that's great. But that doesn't work. Like, it doesn't turn into bricks like with Blackstone. I don't know. I can't figure out how to actually craft these bricks or the tile. Maybe I'm just missing something here. I don't get it. Like, if I do this, give me the recipe for Grimstone brick. It's just an unknown recipe. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. Same with the tile. If I just Grimstone tile recipe, it's not a recipe. It doesn't exist. So I'm not too sure. Maybe this stuff will only be part of like generation and structures or something. Like this will be a floor block. That'll be a wall block. That would pair together really nicely too. I'm not 100% sure, but I can't quite figure out how to craft this stuff quite yet. I'm sure eventually it will be craftable though. I mean, it is bricks after all. Now, I need to show you before we do anything else the gradient that we have. Now, look at it. Stone bricks, Grimstone bricks, Blackstone bricks right there. That gradient is such a nice gradient. We now can actually, like, step from this block to that block. I mean, sure, it might not exactly work the best, but like on a larger scale, if you, like, randomize this stuff and have it blend together, it might actually create a gradient from this to that, which is kind of crazy. Let me know if you guys want to see a video on building with Grimstone bricks. I'm definitely going to mess with it. Can't decide if I'm going to make that a video or not quite yet. But wow, they look so cool. I'm so excited about every single piece of this block set. Future bases, so that's all I can think of. Future vibes. Ore vibes. Check this out. The ores look a little bit different, in some cases a lot a bit different in this snapshot. So the nether ores are here just for example. Those haven't been changed, and diamond and emerald actually both haven't been changed either. Those have the classic look. We're looking at these ones down here. These ores, however, have been changed. So iron and gold are the big ones, super noticeable here. Those are really, really different looking. In fact, here's a side-by-side comparison for you. Earlier, and then over here, this is what we're looking at right now. As of this snapshot, ores have been changed to actually look different. Now it's not only going to be color-based, it's appearance-based too. Big props to Mojang for this one. If you're visually impaired, this change should help you out a lot. I really like that Mojang did this. I honestly felt that it was kind of lazy that every ore was basically the same looking, just recolored. So now that's not going to be the case. I like this. One last bit of ore news. Eventually, very soon, ores will actually be different looking down below Y02. So currently, ores are going to have their normal stone texture down where the Grimstone is. Eventually, that's not going to be the plan though. I got this picture from Hendrik's Twitter. Soon, look at that. We're going to have Grimstone diamond ore. That's sweet. Now, finally, the menu, the creative menu. The redstone menu has been entirely reorganized. Look at this thing. The menu is now going to be ordered like this. First, we have essentials, then we have unique activators, then we have miscellaneous, then we have common activators, and then finally, openables down here. So doors, fence gates. If we're going to talk about the creative menu, this is nice, definitely nice, but it needs like a rework. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of complex now. In decoration blocks, like what? Like, I guess I get it. You could use this as a decoration like these, but these are workstations. Those do have a function. They're not just decorational, you know. Before we get too heated about the creative menu though, let's just move on to the end of the video. That's going to do it for this week's snapshot. 21w07a. Amazing. It's all about that brand new Grimstone. Cool name, amazing look. It's so good. What do you think about this stuff? Definitely let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't yet, you should leave a like and subscribe. All of my links, like my Twitter, my Instagram, everything, they're always down in the description. Highly advised that you go to my Twitter at least and drop a follow. Today, big shout out to my patrons, Divins and 4Gay99. Thank you both so much for the support. Thank you all for watching. It's been me, your guy. I'll see you in a video tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.